Fuck yes! Hey everyone, and welcome to Tabletop Obscura presents Troubles Menacing Otari. We were having a conversation before going live about swearing and how Twitch doesn't like it, but how it's integral to the Australian cultural identities, so they should be more sensitive to our issues.
Totally Australian. Let's go. I'll take it.
That's right. We're Australians.
Everyone knows that swearing is integral to Utahn culture, for sure. That's definitely a thing.
It is absolutely a thing. Before we jump right into it, Micah unfortunately will not be joining us as Ridge tonight, as he is feeling very much under the weather with both a headache and a cold, so, trifecta right there. So we wish him well and hope he recovers quickly.
Fun fact there, Eldritch Dream, it is only by a bit. When you get, for, things with pain, shouting anything is, good for, relieving pain, but swearing is just a little bit above everything else. Thank you, Mythbusters.
I'll be honest, I can confirm that cursing people out does help when you're laying in a snowbank because you flew off a mountain and hit a tree and fractured your scapula.
So
does make you feel better.
Just anything with ice and snow, swearing is the solution.
Yeah, that is how I fractured my scapula. I was skiing and I went off the mountain. But it's better now.
Be doing that.
Well, that's good. I'm glad it's better.
Yeah.
I have never touched snow before, so one day it will happen.
I literally can't imagine that.
Yeah.
I can, but at the same time, we have snow for 6 months of the year, so...
Yeah.
I had touched snow back when I lived in South Carolina.
See, I find that a little bit wild, but
we used to get snow pretty on the reg. And by on the reg, I mean about once a year. It would get a tiny little dusting.
Yeah.
And everyone would be super excited because they would shut down the entire state for that.
Whereas meanwhile here in Australia, we have a hurricane and still go to school.
They shut down our schools for hurricanes because they had to evacuate the coast and they would use our schools as evacuation shelters.
See, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that is the only reason.
I never got shut down for hurricanes or anything like that, just mainly because I'm inland.
Inland, yeah. I was about to be you're inland.
Sure, I grew up on Lake Ontario, but the one thing is snow days, every year.
Yeah.
Because negative 40 degrees Celsius and then wind chill is not fun.
I'm sorry, can you convert that to American, please?
Yeah,
give me 1 second.
It's
negative 40 is negative 40.
Oh wow, is it that? That's the overlap?
That is there's a second overlap. I want to say there is a second overlap, but I can't remember.
Yeah, there probably is. In the positives. But...
Come here for the Pathfinder. Stick around for the random facts about temperature changes.
Facts of life.
And the facts of...
Anyways, so Fahrenheit is the superior temperature measurement.
It is.
Every couple of months I see it come up on Twitter. The argument just goes back and forth, and it's oh dear God, just stop.
Because the rest of the world is wrong. I think we could all just straight up admit that.
Why? What do we need Celsius for? Are we scientists? No.
Yeah, you guys base your shit on water. What is water gonna do for me?
So scientists don't even like Celsius. They're all fans of Kelvin, like a bunch of freaking nerds.
Well, I mean, that is their profession.
Actually, that is entirely dependent on scale.
Like I said, Learn all sorts of interesting facts here. But how has everyone's week been?
Thank you, Sean. You're right. They are both linear, so they can't cross again. It is only -40. Anyways, sorry for interrupting you there, Matt.
That's so good. I was asking how everyone's week's been.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Working, tired. Sleep is ever evasive.
Sleep?
Sleep?
What?
Yeah, sleep.
This concept.
Yeah, how often do you go to bed at around 4 a.m.?
Speaking as you called me out last night for it being 4 a.m. and I was still up, every day.
I'm a part of the 8 a.m., 9 a.m. gang.
Yeah, I wake up at 8 a.m. every morning, because apparently that's what you're supposed to do as an adult.
I woke up
you
at
see, if I was to wake up
today.
My boss would be very upset with me, because that meant I slept through work. Night shift OP!
And you can't have that. But no, waking up at 3 p.m. does sound nice.
Yeah.
Every now and again, you should always set aside a day to just sleep in and recover and rest.
Every now and then.
For me, that is Tuesday. Yeah.
Are we not supposed to be sleeping until 3 every day?
What if I take a nap at 3? Does that? I feel like that should count. That's at least 2 more hours of sleep.
5:30.
Well, we are learning a lot more things about sleep and rest and etc. Including
a
how
long
good naps
rest heals all wounds.
No, as long as you got the hit dice remaining.
What the fuck's a hit die?
What?
Don't get your 1E and 5E shit out of here.
I mean, in 1E, you literally just heal your level. That's it.
Your level plus your constitution modifier, if I remember.
Nope, that is not raw. That is a popular homebrew.
I just remember that what actually you healed was all of your hit points, and then you just subtracted that many charges from your wand of Cure Light Wounds that you carried around.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
How many charges of
dedicated cleric just gone like, yeah, so I still have some of my I'm blanking on the name, channel energies, so we're just gonna pop those.
Yeah. We're just gonna expend all of our healing before we go to sleep, and then they got to Pathfinder 2 and it's like, here are all these options to heal. We're just gonna assume you're gonna heal fully overnight.
I love it. It's so nice.
Lay on hands.
Yeah,
it's really
it's one of those things where, like, in one I'm kind of looking at it, I'm like, alrighty, so the party decided not to have a dedicated healer. Looks like, level 1, we finished this common encounter. You guys take a break for, what, a week? Cool.
Yeah. There are games, Savage Worlds, for instance, getting wounded. It's like, so how do I recover from wounded? Well, you rest for a week. An entire week. It's like, okay, so the campaigns in this are a lot slower, and you're like, yep.
I remember in my Call of Cthulhu game, my players would routinely take a month or two in the middle of an adventure to go to the hospital.
Yeah, you see, I'd be like, to keep the flow up, like, yeah, you heal back up to full, but say, like, in Savage Worlds, like, you got the wounded, like, that's a negative that you add to your rolls. Like, oh, yeah, you guys go back up to full, but you have bruised ribs, so you take a -1 for, a couple more days.
No, but that is wounded. Wounded gives you a -1 on all your rolls.
You got a -1, and then you have up to 3 wounds before you're incapacitated, but the way the rolling works is they have to get a certain amount of raises. I've looked at Savage Worlds.
It's a good system when it comes down to it. I like to use it for running superhero games. Unfortunately, getting artwork for superhero games is a lot more difficult. Especially when you run custom worlds.
Yeah, You see, I just slowly but surely collect stuff for that off Pinterest, and then have a collection for when I decide, hey, maybe I want to do a superhero thing, and then it's there.
Fortunately, I have to be wary of copyright stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, that's if you're doing a stream.
Have you tried blowing half your savings on opening a company? I feel like that should do it. Like, that's how you can get the artwork that you need.
No, I got someone else to do that. Unfortunately, our artist in residence is very busy doing all the artwork for Sinclair's.
Ah, damn.
But, speaking of, Osiris, do you have something that you wish to tell people?
Yo, new book dropped today. Eldritch Ancestry's Uplifted Bear. If you wanted to play Paddington with the Lich archetype, guess what? Now you can. It was written by Improfit, one of the top writers in the company. If you don't know Improfit already, he does a lot of free material, and he's really cool. I can't wait to hang out with him at Gen Con, which is only 2 days away for me. I gotta leave tomorrow night. I'm very, very excited, as this will be my second Gen Con, and I know a fuck ton more people now. So I can't wait for people to, get annoyed with me, not only online, but, when they can see my face. In person too, exactly.
If you go to Gen Con, be sure to harass him as much as fucking possible.
Do it. You won't.
Gen Con.
Don't make me feel like a celebrity. Oh god, no. My weakness.
He says that, but he would probably keel over if people harassed him too much.
I would probably... Look, you never know until it happens. Right? But there's a high chance if somebody is like, oh my god, I genuinely love your work, I will just melt.
Yeah.
And I'll just be real awkward. But that's because I'm awkward, 99% of the time, and not, my online persona of just being an asshole.
But that's not how you actually are? Man.
No, I am. I really am. I just... People, for some reason, think, hey, let's go ask that guy to, run a company.
Stuff. Yeah.
Do things. Let's throw him on the internet. That's gonna go so well for everyone.
Well, an empty mic is an empty mic.
Me talking is legit worse than an empty mic. Dead air could potentially save you less trouble than me giving...
I will note that with this uplifted bear, I can live all my fantasies of Five Nights at Freddy's in Pathfinder 2e.
You can.
Oh, God.
I'm not gonna say anything yet. However, you can. I am going to eventually write a cybernetic versatile heritage. So if you wanted to do Five Nights at Freddy's using the uplifted bear, you can. Also, proceeds are going to access to reproductive care Southeast, because fuck you, Ron DeSantis. I can say that on this stream.
You can say that on the stream.
But yeah, it covers Georgia, Tennessee, Florida, the states that don't like women at all.
Yeah.
My old home state of South Carolina on that list.
Yeah.
The ones where I have to go to a protest while I'm at Gen Con because Indiana is overturning their abortion rights this week.
Cool.
Yep. So if you see me at a protest, you guys wanna come say hi. I'm down to fight. Yeah, exactly. I'm down to fight the patriarchy with you. All right, we gotta form a troop stat block one way or another.
And remember, everyone, don't cross the picket lines. But who remembers what happened last week? Because we have been going on weekly.
I nearly got McMurdered. That's what happened.
You did nearly get McMurdered.
Yeah, but I got tossed around like a wet noodle.
See, I wrote that ability
That's a
for
little bit
him.
more or less common, but I mean, not out of the ordinary.
I wrote that ability for him and it was like, this seems this seems like a little bit overpowered, but at the same point, it's super fun, so we're gonna do it anyway.
Eliza's just gonna get thrown about like a wet noodle.
So, we met a Kurrigan, which is essentially just a jackal blessed by Lamash 2 and, all those fancy magics. Its beasts drawn to Lamash 2 and are born changed. They're blessed animals specifically of clerics. They have a third eye that, hypnotic gaze, which the Kurrigan used a lot and tried to cast some spells to a much lesser degree.
I mean, that extra d6 of damage was nice.
It paralyzed me.
Yeah, that was the only successful spell, though, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I tried Hideous Laughter and it was just, I think it was no reactions this round or something. It's like, really?
I remember getting paralyzed.
Yeah,
that's what I remember
if
out
it's
of that.
succeeded on other, spells. There were some symbols on the north wall, specifically 5 kind of images. With the first one being a jackal-headed woman on a throne, a man. The second one being a man in a robe stands before her, a staff in hand. Said man appears to be a wizard. The third one is the jackal-headed woman laughing as the man has his staff raised. The fourth is the woman on the ground with the man still standing, the symbol of transmutation between them. And then the fifth is the man leaving, the woman on the ground, the symbol in the head of the staff.
That is correct.
After that, we left to walk into a kind of like a dragon person that thing, worships Lamash 2, fleshy but scaly hands, dragon head, absolutely fucked us and
can toss you like a limp noodle.
Yeah, can toss a full-grown woman 30 feet.
A 26 doesn't fucking hit.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
when your level
And
cap
Matt,
is a
and
little
then
bit
Matt's over
slower-
here just like, and then Matt's just like, well, oh, sorry, I forgot. It's Aussie. Well, if you, we were teasing the bad guy for an upcoming, somebody's going to teach y'all a lesson.
I'll be honest, Matt, what would you have done if Osiris had just rolled double nat 20s?
I don't
It
use
would've
that
done
particular.
shit.
I don't use that particular rule. If you're talking like the triple 20 rule, where it's just like instant death. I don't.
No, I was just saying and done a frick ton of damage.
Yeah, the first attack was a crit. The second attack was a crit.
Yeah.
Hey, I come prepared now. I have an advanced targeting system.
Ooh.
I should point out that a
Level
natural
up.
20 just increases the level of
Yeah,
success.
it would have
by
just
one.
been a success. It would have just been a success.
How
I don't
high
think I
is
could've
this
got-
thing's AC?
If 26 fucking miss, then
Well, I mean-
you're going at
I mean,
least.
what is but here's the thing. What was Sniper's
Your
total
to hit
after
bonus.
It was a
rolling natural
13
20?
to hit. Wait, hold on. It was a plus 13. Not
Yeah,
anymore
that would have
because
been
I have.
33.
I'm going
Yeah.
to scroll and see.
So he would have to have a 34 AC for that not
Yeah,
to
probably.
crit.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude had, what is it? No, that was his damage roll. There it is. Plus 22 to hit.
That was probably mostly strength, guys. Don't worry about it.
I mean, to be
Muzzle low
fair,
strength.
he can toss a grown-ass woman 30 feet. Of course it's mostly strength.
Also, he was fatigued at the time.
Oh.
Anyways.
But yes.
Yeah, Sean, it's probably into the mid to high 30s.
But yes, our dear players, after actually getting through the scar itself and beating the entire stronghold themselves, even beating up some harpies that they found worshipping off to one side, they did face down one of the firstborn of Greenscale, the mother. A dragon that apparently is haunting Otari, or at least the area around Otari, though we haven't actually seen any sign of her in particular. We are seeing shades or rumors or the creatures, the effects of what she is doing to the land around Otari.
We've also seen 2 of her children.
Yes, you have seen 2 of her children.
Didn't I kill one of them?
Yes.
Yep.
Publicly, no. Publicly, yes.
That's all that meant. Hey. It's like Facebook, okay? Mark Zuckerberg did that all by himself.
It's like Facebook.
There's no
Everything
such
that
thing
goes
as
on
any
it is true.
twins.
Uh,
I've seen The Social Network. That was the takeaway of the film.
Sure it was. But, having encountered one of the more powerful firstborn of Greenscale, our players were left reeling and have returned to Otari to get some rest, perhaps get some more information about what the fuck is going on, because they've been pulled into this whole thing. And also to, do some shopping, and also to talk about what happened for their level 5, because they're level 5 now.
Huzzah! Let's go! Pew 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 pew!
Considering how much my players have been asking for level 5 for how long, I didn't expect them to be a little bit more excited, but it's fine.
Okay.
It's-
Woo! Let's
Yeah,
go!
Matt,
Level
to be
5!
fair, I only really asked once, and that's when when you told me exactly when we're gonna level up.
Yeah, but I can't specifically look at Osiris on stream.
I want Sniper's Aim, and that's not until 6th level, god damn it.
So,
Give me the
I
sniper
feel
build. It
that
Moving
It
Sniper will
couldn't
not
take
be
6 levels to get
happy
there.
until he's level 20.
so
I
feel
was
like
told this
even then,
ship
he'd
thing
be
goes
like-
to 10.
in light of that,
we could move, make some mythical levels,
oh god, I've considered it a no. Sniper,
Mythic doesn't even work in first edition. I don't even imagine trying to make it work for second.
Sniper, what did you get for 5th level? Just quickly. Anything fun?
Master
If you want to leave
level
surprises, you
proficiency-
can.
Master level proficiency in shooting.
Yay!
I now wield a big ass, sniper gun, and I need a bandolier, but that's just more of an in-game thing. But yeah, I can now masterfully hit everything because
things.
I'm scary.
Fair enough.
Besides that, I now have an advanced targeting system in my brain.
Well, that's
that's
good.
That was all the decisions I made.
That's fine.
I think like
I
a
won't hold
skill
that against you.
increase. I don't remember which one now.
Tiberius.
Oh, well, I got some 3rd level spells, specifically some fun goodies is haste, and we trapping the fuck out of our base with Glyph of Warding.
Paranoid much? It's fine.
Yes! 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 And then, Tiberius gets a little bit more HP with the Constitution boost. That's beautiful. And he can dodge things easier with a higher reflex.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
And Eliza.
Yeah, so we've got, I got more strength and charisma and stuff, and constitution and wisdom, and I get a new slot to my, font. That's nice. More spells. And then
More
I get
healing.
3rd level spells,
Mm,
or harming, as I do have versatile font.
nice.
That's
I
nice.
retrained to Paladin as my archetype. So now I get heavy armor proficiency, and I
Mhm.
have 1 less focus point in my pool.
Yeah.
But I can still cast Lay on Hands, which was the important one.
And I think the heavy armor was also part of the important part.
Yeah, and I'm an expert in religion. So-
Nice. I will have to throw more
Yeah.
undead against you.
And I've got Clever Improviser, aka the best ancestry feat ever.
Yeah,
I don't
Tiberius
know.
got that as well.
Something-
I can
throw
think of
in
like
there.
a few more that are
Something
better, but
goblin-
you know.
Some of the goblin ones are great.
Honestly,
There's
yeah.
a goblin one
especially,
that gives you 2 heritages.
I love the goblin one that lets you craft things out of junk. That's
Yeah.
my favorite.
The fourth thing that I'm looking at for untrained improvisation is at 7th. I'm just gonna, roll all the lores.
All of them.
Yeah, who needs my catch-all lore skill from Lore Master with untrained improvisation coming in?
Yeah, I can roll whatever lore you want me to roll, Matt.
Well, that's good, because it will come up, I assure you.
Yeah,
But-
it's one of those weird things where Lore Master's like, yeah, we're just gonna stick you at trained until you get something up to, I think it's legendary,
Yeah,
Not 100%.
and then untrained improvisation is like, yeah, at 7th level I'm just as good as Lore Master.
Yeah. No, there
I
are
mean,
some things
you're
that tend to
slightly.
slip.
I think you're 10% worse. You're 2 worse
Um,
because it's just your level. It's not your level plus 2.
fair enough.
Although once per day you can do a +4 because that's the feat.
Well,
Yeah.
well, otherwise,
It's
welcome back to
very
Otari.
good feat.
What is everyone's plan? I know someone wants to do some shopping, or at least I know 2 of you want to do some shopping.
I
But other
need
than that-
armor.
You need armor.
And I'd like a striking rune.
You don't have one yet?
No, I don't.
My
That's what you say
goodness.
every time I attack. You're like,
'Cause-
you don't have a striking rune yet?
I'm legitimately surprised, but you do have a bunch of gold
the
now.
trade-off was between striking and a staff of healing.
Did you end up using the Staff of Healing?
I've used it. I
Okay.
get +1 to all my healing spells.
Oh, well, there you go then.
Yeah.
Well, so who wants to go first?
I can go first if no one objects.
I object. I shall. No, you go ahead.
Okay. I mean, if you wanted to, I'd let you, but...
Oh no,
Okay,
it's
go, we'll go
it's
first.
seriously fine.
So, we're probably gonna head up over to where they sell, like, weapons and armor and stuff.
You'll be after
Ah.
Glades for Blades.
Yippee! And I would like to buy some full plate.
Aye? Okay. He kind of gives you a look over and goes, I mean, you look strong enough. You sure about the full plate, though?
Yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't be. Full plate's the strength of 18, right?
Yeah,
I think it's 16.
He goes, I'm not really ain't sure on the whole meta thing, but yeah, no. It's just no in fashion at the moment, but that's fine. We can get you suited up with some full plate
In
armor.
fashion.
Is there
What,
anything...
did the Hell Knights go out of business?
Well, the Hell Knights
that's
have
a
not
whole
been very
own-
popular recently.
Oh, have they not been?
No.
Fighting demons and all that?
Oh, they also got their asses handed to them by the Eagle Knights recently, so...
Oh. The America Knights? Gosh darn it.
But...
Also, Hell Knights have their own plate mail.
I was being facetious.
Fair enough.
I don't know the meaning of the word.
Neither do I.
Joking. Joking. It's
Yeah.
a fancy word for joking. My dad used it a lot when I was a child, so it's a permanent part of my vocabulary.
It is definitely a $5 word.
Vocabulary?
But he continues and goes, did you want anything specific with it? Like, I can outfit you with just steel plate, but he requests, it has to be done custom anyway, so embellishments and stuff
Can I
like
get, like, a holy symbol of Nethys On one
Yep.
of the gauntlets? You know?
Just on the gauntlet? You don't like one
like on the back of the gauntlet, you know?
full chest, symbol. I think what Nephis is. A mask thing? I can't
Yes.
remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, just on the gauntlet should be fine.
Alright, so we're going something a little bit subtle. You don't want to do like
Yeah.
the whole black and white armor thing.
Yeah.
Well, no, we can definitely do that. He takes you in the back and starts getting you measured up for it. Because with the full plate, it requires the full measurements because they need to make sure all the plates kind of fit in properly.
Yeah.
Because the last thing they want is for you to be in outsized armor and then clunking around the battlefield.
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Well, that's gonna happen either way, but we're mitigating the problems, aren't we? The entire process takes about an hour. But once he's done, he goes, okay, so we can definitely do the custom work for the gauntlet. Did you want any unique materials for it?
We can't afford unique materials. What do you think we are, Matt? Made of money?
These are the questions I have to ask.
Yeah,
I know cold iron is popular around Otari.
I don't think so.
No, that's all good. We'll do regular steel.
Iconic.
Mithril is also available, but to a lesser degree. It's a little bit expensive.
I'm good.
Alright, well, give me a day or two and I should have that full plate for you.
All right. All right. Also, the strength requirement is 18.
Yeah, no, I checked in those. Yep.
Yeah.
Can I
Awesome.
help you out with anything else while you're here?
You wouldn't happen to have a striking rune?
Just a grade 1?
Yeah.
Like a basic one? Yeah, I can do that for you.
Yeah.
That's
Cool.
easy. I can do it in about an hour.
Yeah, and on this staff, and I give my smoking staff of healing.
It's the smoking staff of healing. I feel like just adding the adjectives at this point.
Yeah.
You can probably still just sell this sturdy shield while you're there.
Oh yeah, I can probably, yeah. And would you perhaps be interested in this? And I present the sturdy shield.
Well, he gives it a
Minor.
looks over, and he kind of says, well, look, I'll be honest, I'm always in the market for a sturdy shield. For when it comes to enchanted armaments and defensive options, the sturdy shield is a really popular option.
Mm-hmm.
And, we get explorers and adventurers coming through here all the time, and they usually be in the market for some sort of shield, so yeah, I will absolutely purchase that from you.
All right.
With the flow of that, I thought you were going into like a butt.
Yeah, I really thought there was gonna be a butt there.
Yeah. We can,
Like-
it's always nice, but I only got 30 of them, so fuck off.
Or like,
No.
but you see that dwarven symbol there? This is actually the symbol of a powerful dwarf family, and if I buy it and they find out, they'll get really mad at me.
Look,
I
I
might
already have
just
too many
disappear
subplots
one
going on.
day.
I'm not gonna add another one involving the dwarven mafia.
Alright, so do I just drag it from the communism into his inventory?
You should be able to.
I dragged it. I
Did it
don't
work?
Got jack
we got
shit
the
for
money.
money.
We did not get the money. It did move it to his inventory though, I assume. It
Sturdy
moved
shield.
it out of ours.
Just gotta check something with it. Well, I will give you the 50 gold pieces and I'll put it in the communism.
Iconic.
Because I
That's good.
think it might be a forged thing because some of the images are also broken.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then we're spending, I think, 95 for the plate mail and the
Yep.
striking rune.
Yep.
So I
So-
will take the 95 out of the communism. And you're down to 88 gold pieces.
Yippee.
Other than that, he's happy to buy any other weapons or armor.
I think we got
Do we
Trident
have
in
any
there.
other weapons and armor? We have one trident, yeah. Does he want the trident? Sure.
he'll grab the
for
trident.
5 silver pieces.
Yeah, he'll take the trident.
Alright.
They're coastal, there's enough use for it. He gets enough Asaketi coming by.
Alright. Well,
I'll
That-
send a messenger when the full plate's ready for you. There'll probably be just a sizing check at some point, just to make sure everything's fitting properly, in case we need to
Alright.
do any last minute changes. It's been a while since I've had to suit someone up in paladin armor.
alright. Thank you. And then... what other things do I need to do? I don't know how to make my smoking stick striking, so...
Give me a second, I can do that for you. But is there
Okay.
anything else you wanted to do? If you can't think of anything right now, I'm happy to move to someone else, though.
Nothing right now.
Alright. So, who wants to go next?
I leave the
I
floor
guess so.
open to Sniper.
Yeah, alright. Well, you know, I'm gonna go over to the armor barracks, see if they've got a bandolier. Lord knows I
Bandolier?
need one of those. Yeah.
You can go into the barracks, the blacksmith.
The barracks.
Alright.
Because they had the gun thingy I needed last time.
Well, you go up to the front desk, and the desk sergeant there kind of nods and says, I'll get Commander Samuels for you. He's currently in an interrogation, though. So if you could just wait about
Me
5
too.
minutes.
You can't really just drop a bomb like that. What the hell's going on?
Give me a diplomacy check.
Oh, wow, Sniper's gonna do so well.
It's only a -1.
This one's not bad.
It's 17.
Why did the number not show up? That's weird. He goes, the dwarf you brought in a couple of days ago,
Yeah.
he's currently in interrogation. We're trying to get more information out of him.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
No need to apologize. We're just doing our duty, trying to protect Otari.
Mm-hmm.
With that, he goes and gets Commander Samuels, and it's another couple of minutes before he finally comes out. He goes, "Sniper!"
Hi. I am in the market to purchase something that I think could really help me.
To purchase something. I mean, we do have a general store you can go to if you.
Oh no, this is specific. Lease it out like we did with the other ones.
Well, we don't often lease out, but if there's something specific you're after, what are you looking for?
I'm personally after the a bandolier. Do you know what that is?
Yes, I know what a bandolier is.
It's like a cool
man.
belt.
It's like a
Man,
cool
I
belt for your
would
chest.
love.
Cool
Yeah,
belt
yeah.
that was airted out of the game.
I really think this would be effective for me in combat, and so I'm hoping you might have something that could help me in that regards.
I mean, we certainly have bandoliers and things. We also have quivers.
Why would I need a quiver?
Well, I'm talking about what we have. We don't usually use firearms here.
You could go to like a tailor sniper.
I don't think it's the same thing, though. All right, you know what? It's
Literally a
fine.
belt.
It's a fancy belt. It's not.
True.
A tailor would be able to make one for you.
I also wanted to see if they had anything else that were related to firearms.
Look, we do have some items that we've confiscated from smugglers that have come through recently. I mean,
Any of them?
I believe your firearms, for instance, were grabbed from one such smuggler, but we do have one or two items.
What you got there?
Well, we have this magic item, and he lifts up a bandolier that you're familiar with. That is also known as the Gunner's Bandolier.
Interesting. Let me look up what that does.
Or I can hopefully send it to chat.
Ooh, fancy. 4 one-handed crossbows or firearms that take no more than one action to completely reload.
One action, you can empower the weapons advantage.
That's super cool.
That is cool. If I needed to dual wield the Jezzail and the shotgun, I can with that.
But
it's pretty nice, but I need something that can more hold a serious amount of stock, because, and I pull out the Frontier Repeater. Well, this beautiful thing relies on, cartridges.
Okay.
So, I need something that can help, speed that reloaded process up. I'm noticing it's slowing me down because it takes 3 whole fucking actions to get done.
Well, it's almost like there's some sort of balance that has to be involved with such a firearm. It's a powerful weapon, after all.
That's true, but you hear me out. Why does balance need to exist when my friend can launch a fireball?
I don't.
I think
And does
reloading
Tiberius have the ability to launch a fireball? I think he has the ability to produce a flame.
Yeah, I can produce flame. That's it. I didn't pick up fireball.
a ball of fire from his hands, and yet
From my staff, actually.
me from a staff and me reloading my gun. That's more considered deadly.
To be fair, you can fire 2 shots in the amount of time it takes for him to produce a flame.
This is going against my point.
Otherwise, we do have this one, and he holds up a Lucky Draw Bandolier.
Now that looks a bit out of my price range, but that looks cool. What is it?
From experimentation, it's lucky. Just generally lucky. But if you're after something a little bit more mundane, this is probably what you're after.
That is exactly what I'm looking after, but can it be used for... I know it's specified for a repeating hand crossbow, but if you can see if we can change out the slots, and like a readjustment.
I think that would require a tailor more than a soldier.
Well, I'll buy this because this seems helpful.
He hands it over for 1 gold piece.
Now wait a minute, I didn't say I wanted to get ripped off here.
What?
I'll put down 1 gold.
That's
Really?
the price.
Really? You want to argue with this with the commander of the Otari god?
No, I pay the gold.
Good man. And I will deduct 1 whole gold
From the communism?
from the
Oh.
communism. Now it's
We're
87,
going
87.
broke. Gosh,
Do we have
highway
enough money to
robbery.
throw a striking rune onto my double-barreled shotgun, or...
He looks
We
at the
do.
door and down the road and goes, might I suggest a blacksmith instead?
Well, I was talking to the internal party in my head.
We do, technically.
Is
We'd
that
be down
something
to
we
like
want?
20 something gold pieces.
I don't know how much Ridge is going to be spending, that's why.
From memory, bards don't usually have to spend a lot of magical equipment, ironically. Because they're just
they
kind
not
of
have to
awesome
get,
without
like-
them.
Fancy loots and stuff.
Yeah, but that's pretty much all they really need to get. So much of their stuff just relies on performance. So once
And the
they have an
fancy
item,
loot.
And there's only
Yeah.
3 types of bonus, so it's kind of like, huh.
Yeah.
we are working on tattoos and stuff that'll be helpful, but they're not quite available yet.
Hmm.
But if you want to put a striking rune on the shotgun, that's fine. But I think you need to get the +1 for it first.
Well, I figured how much money do I have personally? I have 1 gold piece. My name. How much is a +1 and then a striker?
I don't think we have money for a +1 and a striking.
I don't think you do either.
I don't.
And yes, tats
Okay.
are really dope.
Okay, alright. That's fine.
We could sell our basalt mask, and then we might have.
Wait,
enough
hold on. I have
money.
Oh no, because I put the +1 onto the Jezzail. Yeah. Alright, well, you know what? You have a great day. And I will leave.
Oh, good. You too have a good day. And continue up the good work. We do appreciate it.
Absolutely no problem.
Oh, also, how much money have we made from renting out our castle?
Well,
Yeah, I don't think we've gotten our paycheck yet.
it's only been a couple of days so far, so yes, the
Ah,
paycheck is still...
time.
Yes.
For me, it feels like we rented that out ages ago.
Almost like
I mean,
a month ago or something.
Yeah. Time is not linear.
Fucking... No better evidence of that is within tabletop role-playing games. So, Tiberius,
Yeah.
what are
Okay,
you up
so-
to?
Well, Tiberius is going to take something out of the communism. We got this
Oh.
lovely sun wheel.
Yes.
And I'm going to the library.
I'll just run across the ocean. A quick Jesus moment.
Well,
I-
he's a 5th
I'm,
level wizard.
I'm faster than a speeding bullet. Fastest man alive.
No, he's a 5th level wizard. He can
Tiberius
have water
Allen.
walking. It's fine.
Yeah. So I'm just stroll on in and deliver the sun wheel.
Well, Vandy is there to greet you at the front. And-
Vandy, that's a name that I haven't written down.
And she sees you pull out the sun wheel and she goes, oh wow. Wow, praise Sarenrae, where'd you find this?
In the sky to the north.
North.
North. It was it's on the body of I can't even remember what we looted to get it.
I think
it
it
was
was
Was the troll? No.
No, I
No.
think it was in the box next.
It was in the it was in the box
to
next to the treaties, or what have you.
it was in the loot pile associated with not the scar, with the jackal.
The
The jackal, yeah.
Oh, was it Jackal, not the Diplomat's box?
Yeah, it was the jackal, not the diplomat's box.
Oh, okay.
You
I
got
was
the
on
boots
the-
from the diplomat's box.
That's right, that's right. It was on a Kurrigan. Nasty thing, but
A Kurrigan? Here?
just north to the scar, there's Lamashtians have decided to make their home. We're clear that the worst of them, but a real nasty one has decided to once again take up residence.
I mean,
Fortunately, that is currently beyond us.
that's concerning. You usually don't see them much outside of Garund. I mean, sometimes you'll see them in the west and the northeast, but that's months away from here. To have one so local and in the inner Seer area? On the Isle of Kortos? That's...
Well... TIberius just kind of like scratching his head. It's like, oh, we might not have told as much to the town as about what we've been doing as we probably should have. Because it's like, we've known that there's lots of Lamashtan fucking activity here for a while now, and just like, they're like, yeah, that's surprising. And it's like, no, not really. Oh, wait a second.
Because the last time you talked to Vandy about any of this was after the graveyard.
Well, not even just that. Well, with a small town, rumors spread really quickly.
Well, yes, and there is concerns.
So the
and
thing
rumors.
is we haven't told anyone. Is the problem?
When she takes her hand out to take a hold of the sunwheel and goes, "May I?"
Of course, it is rightfully yours. Well, your orders.
Well, not specifically my order, but yes, so this does belong to the Church of Sarenrae, and thank you very much for
That's what I
returning it.
meant.
A reward? Question mark?
Question mark?
TIberius wouldn't ask for one.
Well,
But, like,
Vandy-
he wouldn't say no to
Yeah.
one if offered, is kind of the deal. He's not going to take the impetus to suggest one, but if suggested, he'll take it.
This does answer a question about where one of our champions went to, though, fortunately. Because I believe I know who this belonged to originally.
Well,
A
didn't-
redeemer?
we didn't find any
Interesting.
corpses, so it might not necessarily be the worst case scenario.
Well, what did you find in this place?
Mimic?
Yeah, I guess I just relay
Everything that happened?
adventure. Yeah, there's not. I could give a rundown for chat, but I don't think they're here for that.
Yeah. And you go through the quick list, a mimic, harpies, a gargoyle, ogres, kobolds.
Some owl bears that are, kind of still chillaxing.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're just chillaxing. They're
you're
chill.
fine. It's cool. It's chill. It's
Yeah.
their place now. They got the run of it. Once you finish kind of relaying the information in the story, she kind of goes, well, that's a lot of strange bedfellows in one place, but that's not unusual for a Lamashtu. But to hear it progress to this stage, that's very concerning.
That it is. Especially with the dragon guy that would have came in at the end of that story.
Yeah, no, that is
And
extremely
tossed
concerning.
Eliza like a limp rag.
That's extremely concerning to me, but I'm not sure. I can send word to get some extra assistance, but I'm not sure what will actually come of it.
Yeah, it's
Get some of the
It's a rock and a
militant
hard
members
place.
of the cult of the Dawnflower.
Yeah, no. Because that's what we need, just fire and flame all across the countryside.
Yeah.
yeah. Burn and pillage, raise the Lamashtians.
But she kind of goes, well, thank you for returning the Sunwheel. I do appreciate it. So I will take the Sunwheel out of the inventory. Well, first, she says, did you want to keep it? I know none of you really worship Sarenrae. Or none of your group, anyway.
Yeah, did Eliza really want it?
Not particularly.
Not particularly. None of us really adept at using it. Well, not, or inclined to use it would be the better term.
No, that's entirely okay. She takes it from your possession.
Cool.
And instead of giving you the half value for it, she gives you the full value for it.
Oh, wow, now we can afford the striking and,
Yeah, and that
Potency
also means
ring.
Tiberius might get something nice for himself.
But no, she gives you the full 150 gold pieces for it. With her thanks.
The real question is, what does Tiberius want to do with that?
Ooh.
I'm seeing. I know there's two options that I'm debating between.
Yeah? What are your two options?
So the difference in cost between a level, like a 5th level and 7th level staff is 90 gold. And that gives me 2 additional 2nd level spells, right?
Keep in mind, you
or I
cannot
could-
have an item. Unless you get it from loot, you can't buy an item that's higher than your level.
You can't buy. I mean, I bought the flaming staff when it was about my level. To be fair,
And I have made exceptions in the past, but usually it's item.
okay, that answers that choice for me. I guess I can pick up a wand of like magic missile.
A wand of manifold magic missile.
Manifold? What?
Has no one watched the Deadly DA video?
Hey,
no.
I did.
The
I
wand
haven't.
of the wand of manifold magic missile is fucking amazing. Cool. Now I've got to bring it up because people need to know about it.
I would love to know about the wand of manifold magic missiles.
I wonder who helped. Who works for that channel?
I
Oh, it's
wonder,
actually
you
it's
know.
all me. James has nothing to do with it.
Knew it.
Actually, yeah, it's Andrew's the whole channannel. Yeah.
He just does it all himself. It's fine. All the animations.
Yeah, I'm
everything.
Andrew Deadly D8 showrunner.
Oh, that's so good to hear because I have like 10 scripts you need to review.
And suddenly he was not so interested in the job.
I mean, send them my way. I can look over them and
Oh, great! You
Sign
doing the
off on
animation frames for it too?
But
you know,
Oh, it's so good to hear because we also need an editor, and I'm so glad that you're willing to step up to do the task.
the wand of manifold
I
magic
mean,
missiles.
how much money is on the table for an editor? Like, hey, I can look over
Hey.
shit.
Well, you know what? You should do it for fun and exposure.
Oh god.
Oh,
Anyway.
man, I would have nothing less.
The wand of manifold magic missiles allows you to, upon casting, and as long as you still have targets for it, cast an additional missile every round.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, that sounds lots of fun. Is it like an action to cast that missile every round?
Nope.
Wild.
For the next minute,
How
as long as you're holding it out and you have targets available, you just fire off an additional D4 plus 1.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. Yes.
It is 150 gold pieces.
Oh my goodness.
160,
Wow.
sorry.
That's so many money.
Yeah, that's a lot. Although it looks like Summer it looks like we might have enough money for. We don't have enough money for both that and Sniper making his shotgun striking.
Ooh. Honestly, I think Sniper would be better
Bandolier will
off
help
getting
a lot.
rings of pairing, or the pairing rings.
How much does that run?
I don't think you can afford it quite yet.
Well,
But
it shall
usually,
wait.
if you have a build that uses multiple weapons, the pairing rings are usually the better option. Otherwise, you're just kind of doubling up on all your runes. But that's some
Isn't
optimization
pairing
code
rings
there.
only good for 2-weapon fighting? Like because it's dual wielding?
Can you use your shotgun one-handed?
I can, but I can't use my. I can't get fatal with Frontier Repeater unless I'm using 2 hands because it has fatal aim.
Well, there you go. Pairing rings might not be so good for you then. Someone says shotgun, and I just immediately go to sword off.
Well, I mean, the problem here is not the shotgun, but it's the repeater.
It actually also only works with melee weapons.
Oh, well, there you go again.
The
So
benefit
it-
does not apply to thrown attacks. Or if you're holding a weapon but not wielding it.
Weird.
Well, didn't it only say thrown weapons? And,
It says the ring, the replication only functions if you wear both rings, and it ends as soon as you cease wielding a melee weapon in one of your hands.
God, that's clunky wording, but I get it.
Yeah.
And I know all about clunky wording at the moment. But yes, if you want to buy the Wonder Manifold missiles, you can. It'll be 160 gold pieces. Very expensive.
What was that supposed to mean?
Yeah, I'll buy that.
You go to get it? Does everyone agree to this purchase?
Yeah, does everyone else agree?
Because it's a
I
lot
mean,
of gold.
I don't object,
It's a lot of gold.
but I don't object personally.
Osiris?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay. Yeah,
I will put it into the communism.
cool.
And now it deducts the gold.
Wait a second. We sell the basalt mask,
Yep.
and Sniper has enough money.
I will add the gold. I think that'll drain your communism, though.
Who needs money?
Wait, why did the basalt
It's
mask
fine,
only
the
sell for
shotgun-
half?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's fine. I can make do.
That would put us down to 5
once I have
gold.
Bandolier modified.
That's plenty of gold.
Yeah, that's plenty. I mean, we can also sell the Venom sack. It's currently at 0 gold, but I imagine we can sell it for something.
Wait, I think we wanted that because beast guns are cool. I think is the reason we have that.
I believe
Yeah.
that is the case as well.
And then there's also the false bottom lockbox if you want to sell that.
We could also sell the emerald, but I think that had something to do with the subplot. That
The
someone
Dragon's Eye, yeah, that's a specifically subplot that I want to actually go down.
yeah.
So, selling the
that will have
lockbox?
to wait. Yeah, let's sell the lockbox unless we want to keep it for something at the base. But I didn't really see that.
Yeah, I'm fine. Selling
all
it.
right. Gold's been added. So, Sniper, you getting your shotgun upgraded?
That is right.
All right. Well, I believe the total is 100 for the striking and the +1.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's done. 15 gold pieces left in the communism. Now, Tiberius, while you're at the library, is there anything you want to research? I know you had questions from last week.
Oh yeah. Totally blanked on that. Yeah,
Go
let's look into that.
Retail
Those-
therapy, everyone. Forget everything, all your troubles.
Man. Yeah, no, I got a lot of questions. Let's get into them at the library. Yeah.
Well, considering
So-
you have handed over the Sunwheel to Vandy, she's more than happy to assist with anything. And as the head librarian for the Dawnflower Library, she's a little bit more knowledgeable than some of the other people working here.
So I believe I'm gonna ask the two ones that I think I already asked the you privately, but probably be best to get them on stream.
Yep.
Does the Wizard's robe have any iconography on it?
Well, you did a perfect recreation of the robes, if I remember right, in your book.
Yeah,
you
I
actually
did.
drew out the pictograms, and you succeeded on the
Yeah.
crafting check.
Yeah, with like a 30, I think.
Yeah, it was a pretty big number. So Vandy kind of looks over your drawings and goes, well, this is some pretty esoteric stuff. I might have a theory.
By all means.
On the scale of the gods of our dear world here, Nephis is not the oldest. By no means is as young as, for instance, the Inheritor or Cain Colleen, but was not a part of the first. Are you aware of the legends surrounding Nephis? Or at least some of the rumors?
Have you been attending Nephis Mass?
Me, Andrew, no. I can't believe I actually haven't looked into Nephis lore, and that's one of those things where I'm just like, wait, why haven't I done that? But I imagine that Tiberius has a bit.
Probably
So,
from Eliza's Nephis Mass.
Or just from his own research.
Being a nerd.
Because I find that when it comes to a lot more of the esoteric details regarding religion, those are not the things covered in church.
Usually no.
Because churches usually are a specific, what's the term? I'm going to use a branch here, but it's not the right term.
Give me a lore master check or a religion check. Religion will be, well, not easier, but it'll give you different information.
Okay, let me look.
I know you got that fancy human ancestry feat that's so good.
It doesn't add anything for me for religion. Oh, but I can add +4.
Can you do that, or are you only doing that on skill checks you make untrained?
Oh, it's only skill checks that you make untrained.
I think it might be.
Uno momento, por favor.
In addition, skills, even if you're untrained. Where's the +4?
Let me look it up. Oh wait, no, that's incredible improvisation. Sorry, that's the 10th level feat or the 9th level feat.
9th level.
Okay. So I'm not crazy looking at that. Well,
Yeah, sorry.
So
back to this.
Religion or
I
lore master?
feel like for this specific one, lore master is going to be better. Expending expending one of my focus points.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's literally going to come back because 10 minutes of studying gives me it back.
$22? Well,
Yikes! That was poor roll. 8 and 11. Ooh.
from your memory, as far as you're aware, Nephis is ascended. Was a wizard of some power, and through various different means that are now lost to time, managed to ascend to full godhood, particularly to godhood of magic.
As opposed to the ones that aren't lost to time, who became a god via touching a rock.
It's all about caressing the rock. If you do it the right way, you become a much better god.
I can absolutely imagine Kate and Kaling walking up to the Starstone and being like, GM, I wish to seduce the Starstone.
You see, I also imagine Caden Kalian walking up, stumbling into the rock, knocking it off the pedestal or whatever it's on, going, oh, no, stay, picking it up and kind of placing it on it lopsided.
Because
But-
I believe he was canonically very drunk when he did
was.
that.
Oh, he was smashed.
He was absolutely drunk, and he did the test of the
Did
Star
it on a
Stone.
dare.
It was a dare,
Yeah.
and he was successful,
Yeah.
and everyone was like, well, fuck.
But my favorite portion of esoteric Caden Killian lore is he got so drunk one time that his followers lost their divine powers for 3 days.
Yep. But
Wild.
curiously enough, in Starfinder, the Starfinder lore, Caden Clean is also the god of rehabilitation.
And Nethys doesn't exist.
Yeah, which really has got to suck. But thank you for bringing it back around to Nethys. That's kind of what you know about Nethys, considering his origins. But
Okay.
if you relay
So
that
that is-
information to Vandy,
Yes.
she goes, well, that's pretty much that's about as far as we know. But from these drawings, this looks like a confrontation between Lamashtu and Nethys.
As I was theorizing.
And this, I'm not sure what this is the symbol for transmutation. I'm not fully up on arcane symbology, but I believe that's the one for transmutation. I'm not sure what the significance of this is.
Clearly, Nethys absorbed some of the deity energy from Lamashtu.
Yeah.
Clearly, Matt. You can't obfuscate that from us.
Different NPCs have different information.
Yeah. No, that's where I was at too. But I can't just go and say, yeah, this is it.
I mean, you could always
Also,
theorize
last time
with
I
her.
was- Well, I mean, last time I was trying to do theorizing, I got cut off hard, so I was like, oh, okay.
Apologies.
Because, one, I would prefer this theorizing happen on stream, and two, you needed access to different information. Different points
Yeah.
of view. And you've got that now.
Exactly. So that, that was what I was thinking as well. I believe that the transmutation is a transference of energy, specifically Lamashtu's divine power.
Which is strange, because Lamashtu is not... Yeah. As far as I'm aware, she has not decreased in power. She's still
Well,
bestowing blessings upon her followers.
Or rather than transferring, what if Nethys is siphoning? Lamashtu is the mother of monsters, so she should be, in all terms, a very, very powerful deity. Maybe even on this level of Rovagug.
Wow.
But
I mean-
if Nethys is siphoning a decent portion to split that power,
I mean, that's certainly an interesting theory, but... I mean... It's hard to confirm something like that. You know?
yes, that was one of the main reasons why I was coming here. I was going to be looking into the very nature of transmutation magic itself.
Well... We are a pretty extensive library. I believe we have some books and some terms on the subject. I'll get those together to you, and we can hopefully research this together, because you have me intrigued now as well.
I'm very much like that. Don't always get some favorable help when I try to research.
Well, we can be quite busy here.
I wasn't referring to you.
Okay, then, that's fine. I see how it is.
No. What I mean, no. What
You're
I meant by
fine,
that
bud.
is the unfavorable help, looking at like Sniper
Yeah.
and Eliza kind of deal. Eliza's can be helpful when it comes down to religious subjects.
What? I was
Speaking
so
of-
offended for a second.
What is Eliza and Sniper up to at the moment? Or are they pretty much done with their stuff?
We should probably talk to the Pathfinder Society, but I really don't want to do that without Tiberius because he's the nerd.
Wow, harsh.
So, probably gonna go see what's going down if Narala's still hanging about.
Oh yeah, they're all a thing.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be at the Dawnflower Library as well.
So I can walk in, 20 minutes after Tiberius.
Well, Tiberius will be in the midst of doing research with Vandy. But as for Narala,
Lots of books.
she's been put out to pasture and is recovering well.
Iconic.
And I just realized then that being put out to pasture means something very different to the context that I just said it in.
Yeah.
I
What, did she get sent to the farm upstate?
hey, centaurs are, intelligent beings. All right, you got to send them to the
also
ranch.
are entirely grain fed.
I'm going to hell. All right, I might as well see how far down I can go.
Yeah, you might as well take
Oh
the
yeah.
token.
Would you like some company on the way down?
I will tell you something my 7th grade teacher told me when he found out I was Jewish. He said, "You're going to hell, but at least be first in line."
What?
Now, granted, he said that jokingly in loving reference to I'm going to
Oh.
end up there anyways because I'm Jewish, but still.
Oh, it's so
It's
wild.
a weird thing to say.
It was really funny, and to be honest, I kind of live by that. It's kind of funny.
But,
Anyways,
Eliza,
no, continue role-playing.
Eliza, you're talking to Narala.
Yes. Hello. How's it going? Here in Otari?
It's going fine. I'm recovering quite well, actually, thanks to you.
That's wonderful.
Ba-doo.
Oh wow. Token. A large token.
Well, she is a centaur.
Yeah, I know. I just personally love on the scale of this is a town. She's just kaiju sized.
Okay,
Like, she's the size of one of these towers.
Is that better?
Just yeah.
A little bit more comfortable, less threatening.
Less kaiju sized.
I mean, what kaiju sized?
Are you gonna make her yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The size of the library.
So, how, have you been enjoying your stay here at the Dawnflower Library?
Look, I kind of want to get back to work though.
Fair enough.
Vandy's insisting I spend at least a couple more days making sure my leg's not gonna re-break. All the healing magic's in all of the church, and I still need to wait weeks for recovery. Go figure. But apparently
If
they had to
only I were a
regrow my leg.
higher level cleric and had, like, greater restoration, Matt.
Right?
What's greater? That's not a spell in 2nd edition.
Is it not? I don't know.
No, you just have restoration, but that's
And it
against
scales with
fortitude
level, right?
save.
Yes.
It doesn't scale. No, it's just
Oh
flat.
yeah, no, we had this chat a while ago. The restoration just does different things now.
And I believe
Imagine.
regeneration.
You can reduce a condition, or you can lessen a toxin. It's
Regeneration
basically,
would have been the spell you were after, though. Because regeneration actually regenerates
That's
flesh.
a 7th level spell. That is
Yeah.
a.
I mean, restoration in 1st edition doesn't regenerate anything. It just,
Anyway.
gets rid of
Fun.
Also no nightmares, so that's nice.
That's good. Fun little tidbit about our adventures. We went up to the Scar,
Ooh.
and we found there was a temple of Lamashtu going on there, and
That does happen
we-
from time to time.
we cleared it out. There was like this jackal with 3 eyes, and one of them looked at me very aggressively and paralyzed me for a little bit, but I got better.
Well, that's good. At least you weren't petrified.
Yes, that would be quite not good, in fact.
Yeah, no, it's pretty terrible being petrified.
Also, there was a dragon guy, and I bravely faced him down before we made the choice as a group to end our engagement and allow for him to peacefully return to his home, because we were, a little bit exhausted after crawling through the dungeon.
Oh no, look, that's... You can't be expected to do everything.
Yeah. But, there seems to be like a dragon, mother dragon, that seems to, have some offspring that are terrorizing the Otari area. Like, the dragon that, Sniper killed. That
I loved your
seems to
nap.
have been one of her children. So, yeah.
Well,
I love that we just briskly go over the fact that Eliza in fact got tossed like a wet noodle.
yeah, no, it's fine.
No one needs to
Eliza
know about that part.
Eliza
That would ruin our reputation.
isn't a cleric of Sarenrae. She can lie.
Yeah.
Well, there's always been rumors about dragons in the Otari area. Like, that's something that's existed for generations. But, every area all over Galarian is kind of like, yeah, we have a dragon in the area. Isn't that awesome? It rarely turns out to be true. I know there was a forest drake that used to roam, but I'm not sure if that's still around or not. I've never seen it.
Eliza taking a page out of Tiberius's notes, just pulls out like a scrap of parchment and writes "Forest Drake?" ? And puts
Maybe?
it back in her pocket.
Other than that, I've been to the Scar myself. I haven't been there in years, but I have delivered parcels there in the past. Over a decade ago, I think the last time I was there. But it's good the place has been cleared out again. I just hope it stays cleared out this time.
I would like to hope so too.
But honestly, with all the adventures you've been going on, I kind of wish I could join you on some of them. But unfortunately, I kind of need to keep to my job. And I kind of like
Yeah.
my life, honestly.
Fair enough.
And that dragon guy actually sounds pretty terrifying, not gonna lie.
A little bit. A little bit terrifying. Yeah. Had a gun. It was very interesting. He had
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we had like a pepper box thing. Shot acid at Sniper.
See, I have no idea what a pepper box is. But
Like a
I'm-
gun that has a bunch of little barrels.
that seems unsafe to me. But if it's shooting acid, then you kind of hope that's not as bad, I guess.
I wouldn't know. I will confess. I really only know a little bit about guns because I spend time with Sniper. So
Yeah, no, it's a bit like that, isn't it? I'm more of a
Yeah.
javelin girl myself.
yeah. I personally am a big fan of the crossbow.
I've never been a fan, and I like the momentum I can get from, charging up and throwing.
Fair. And so if this probably continues on for some time, but if Sniper would like to go. Why is there a bird on the map?
What do you mean, why is there a bird on the map?
There's a bird on the map by a abandoned building.
An abandoned building?
Right here.
I've zoomed in on
Sniper's
Sniper.
best friend.
It's Sniper's friend. Why is he here?
Do I notice this?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you notice this?
I'd like to think that.
Where are you heading after the garrison is probably the better
I was actually
question.
before I even knew about this, I was heading to Tamili's because I wanted to say hi to her.
Yeah, you could absolutely go visit Tamily.
Yeah. Oh, look at that! I took the route that conveniently brought me to one of the plot hooks. Oh God. Oh jeez, I don't know how that could happen. Oh, see, look at that. Wait, hold on. I go from down here. I do this, and guess what? I cross the street, and then boom! There it is.
You see a singular, unusual-looking raven up in the rafters of an abandoned building.
Oh, hi, old friend.
The Noisoi in question, which you have seen a couple of times now, is just kind of sitting in the ruins of what used to be an inn not too long ago. About a month or two before you arrived in Otari, under mysterious circumstances, the inn burnt to the ground.
Mysterious circumstances? Sounds like the work of a wizard.
I don't blame wizards for everything.
No, you got me. It was all me. It's my fault.
Oh no, I was saying the wizard that was among the evil dwarves.
I mean, but one of the more mysterious things about the entire thing is that the other buildings were completely unaffected.
Yeah, that's what I was noticing too. You don't mind there, my fellow friend? Want to help me out investigate into this? And I'm gonna actually start looking into what happened here.
Give me a perception check. You're doing a searchy search. That's a pretty good searchy search.
I'm pretty good at noticing when things are off. Yeah, a searchy search.
Well, one of the things you notice as you kind of look through is the apparent source of the flame doesn't show any of the regular hallmarks of a fire being started. You're not really magical by most understandings of the word, but you understand things like black powder and starting a campfire and, when a fireplace gets out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever fire started this was none of these.
A wizard did it.
It's interesting. An oracle must have done this.
I'm not specifically saying a wizard did it, but the fire involved here was probably magical in nature.
Did it?
Can I search through the rubble, see if there's any clear signs of
Clear signs of...
I wanted to see if there were signs of trespassers, like footprints in the soot.
More
But
recently?
I feel like I might have been lost to time. Yeah, you know what? First, instinctually, I'm gonna go recently.
Recently? Well, with your 28,
Yeah.
I'm happy to inform you that there have been signs of someone walking through the ash more recently.
Is it in the same direction each time? Like, or is it more scattered?
It hasn't been a case of someone's been coming and going, more that someone's walked up to the ashes and then walked away again. The particular gait of the walk, though, isn't one of a someone in a hurry. There's no like indents made from like kneeling down in it or investigation. This is someone has walked up to the pile of ash and then simply walked away again.
Interesting. I look to the Nosoi, see if I get any sort of read. I feel like it's like two unemotionally aware beings, like looking at each other. Like there's no expression on either one's.
The Nosoi kind of alights itself and kind of sits down next to on a burnt out barrel next to one of the larger piles of ashes and kind of gestures towards it.
I walk over, I inspect the barrel, and then I open it.
This is when you notice that there appears to be an obvious indent from the ash pile where a section of it has been removed. As if someone has collected the ashes up.
Interesting.
And at that point, I need a will save from you.
Have you been reading 5th edition?
Yes, I have been reading
Yeah,
5th
okay.
edition.
Okay.
I designed...
I'm not judging. Hold up. I still have to read 5th edition. I'm not judging. It's just funny coming,
It is.
just hearing wisdom saving throw from you.
And I also watched 5th edition actual plays and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not. Hey, did I say it was a bad thing? I just thought it was funny. That's all. It's gonna be
Oh,
17.
You might want to.
I'm gonna hero point back.
Someone was asking about hero points earlier. I think we might actually.
I mean,
need
we
it.
also have a floating one from Eldritch Dream as well.
Aww.
30.
Why is that number not showing up?
It showed up for me.
Public roll. I see it. Are
Oh,
you
no,
on the
on
same
the-
scene as me?
On the actual die itself.
I can see it when it rolls.
Yeah, when it rolled a 19.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
I saw that.
it's just the top number didn't show up for me. Anyway, beside the point. Sniper, you feel your vision get pulled away. Unlike other times, however, this is more of a this is a lot more lucid for you. As opposed to being simply a observer, you can kind of walk through the scene as it happens. In particular, you find your vision pulled into a inn. Probably the inn as it was before it was set aflame. And it's in full swing. Food's being served, the drinks are flowing, there's a sense of merriment. There's a bard in one corner playing a merry tune. It was a lively place. And it's as you kind of can step through and walk through the various patrons that you see a man walk into the tavern, covered in a very familiar ragged cloak to you now, pulled very tightly around their body.
Oh, fuck that guy.
And things don't come to an abrupt halt as he walks in, but there's a definite view as many of the patrons kind of turn to look as this massive hulking figure kind of just strides into the inn. And before anyone really has a chance to interject, you see a giant green-clawed hand, wreathed in acid, grab one of the patrons, and you see him go up in draconic flame.
A dragon did it? Oh my goodness.
Who would have thought and it wasn't a goddamn wizard?
I wouldn't have.
Sacrilege.
Clarifying question.
Yes.
So he turned into a dragon and then did that.
Like I said, Jared and the Claw, by the looks of it, walked into the inn and then took a hold of a patron and cursed him with some sort of draconic flame that caused him to burst up. To spontaneously combust, if you will. And as you see this patron kind of burn up in green flame, he turns to look to you and kind of grabs a hold of your shoulders, but you're able to kind of wrest him away quickly before he has a chance to do anything. And with that, you watch as the inn itself just kind of bursts into this green flame. And then your vision kind of fast forwards as the inn itself collapses and people come to put out the flames and all the other buildings are unperturbed and undisturbed before you see a woman, black cloak, coming up to the pile of ashes in the center of the inn and chanting before them. You see the ashes kind of reconstitute themselves into some sort of form, vaguely humanoid, but once again covered in flames. And together,
Urgathoa lady.
And together, they walk out of the inn.
Is this the first time actual players gotten to see that lady? Because I
believe
think
it
the rest
is.
has been just audience.
I believe it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And then
so.
Go!
And then your vision gets pulled back to the present, where the Nosoi is just kind of regarding you happily. Or as happily as you can imagine. Sniper?
Sniper takes in a minute to collect their thoughts.
It's just kind of turning its head to one side.
I think I understand what I have to do. You're no soy, a watcher.
It nods.
I did a bit of research since the last time we met. You're a psychopomp, right?
It nods.
Did Pharasma specifically send you?
It gives a quick shake of its head.
Did you send yourself?
Once again, another shake of its head, kind of ruffling its feathers a bit.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to impede. It's just kind of. I have an idea of what you're trying to tell me. Just I don't know if I'm the right person for this role.
It kind of regards you again for a couple of moments before just kind of bowing its head solemnly and then taking to the skies again, where it quickly disappears.
I feel like James missed something very important, but just gonna leave it at Sniper being stunned.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And with that, we might take a 10-minute break.
And here I was really hoping for a sarcastic, fucking bird.
No,
See, that would be the
You know,
thing.
like,
if the
you know,
bird
like,
could talk
you're-
to any of us.
You're a no-soy, and it's like, you're a psychopomp, duh.
No shit, Sherlock.
Exactly.
But no, we might take a 10-minute break there, so everyone can kind of stretch their legs and get drinks and stuff like that. I'm almost finished with my breakfast. So, I hope to see you back there, where we'll be continuing our adventures in Otari. Yes, this episode is more of a background thing. We're doing our shopping and getting everything sorted. I'm considering a little bit of action for the second half, but otherwise, we're mostly after a chill session before we kind of launch into the action for next week. But we shall return in about 10 minutes. See you then.
Grabbed a glass of chocolate milk and downed that.
Yep. And we're back. Hey, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Aloha.
It is good to be back. And our dear sniper has gone through some stuff again. But are we going to talk to the Pathfinder Expedition?
We probably should.
Yeah. Some research
Learn them
to
that there's
do.
a dragon in there.
Well, they were the ones who gave you the tip about the scar.
We could totally ditch off all of it onto the Pathfinder Society.
We could be like, hey, there is a dragon in there. You guys can go up there to research, and it's mostly cleared out, but there is a dragon in there.
And
Maybe.
he might have brought some loot.
Pathfinder Society doesn't care about loot, they care about history.
Oh,
Loot is history. Let's be real.
That is also very true. But, as we're aware, the expeditionary force is kind of hanging out at the fishery itself. So if people want to make their way over to there, and I really wish I actually had artwork for these people, but it is what it is.
I mean, I still got a research roll to make.
You do! Give me that research roll. If you're doing this still at the library, we'll finish that up quickly.
Yeah, so I'm not going to use my focus spell.
Yeah.
I have a specific reason why.
Oh.
If I don't do so well, my Lord Master, I'm going to hero point it, because hero point gives me that plus 10 if I roll below a 10. Whereas my focus pool thing doesn't.
Oh, who needs just a reroll, honestly? Alright, go for
They
it.
don't stack is the main thing there, right?
Both fortune effects.
Yeah. So
I mean, that's a good roll.
yeah, that's a good roll.
That's a 15 on the die.
Yeah, and with the hero point, you take the newer result, right? Not the better one.
The
So
new
I'm gonna
result,
keep-
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that 15.
Alright, so 26. What is your question?
So I was specifically researching the magic. So the main thing is it possible
Yeah.
that Nethys is either drained or is currently siphoning power from Lamashtu?
From your research and from what you've read, particularly regarding transmutation magics and stuff like that, you know that Nethys is the god of magic. And in particular, his domains are about keeping the powers of magic in balance, both healing and destruction, and that's kind of what he's about, hence the true neutrality. It's not so much about the fact that he is a paragon of being centered at all times, it's just that he has to stay at the center of it all. A part of that involves the schools of magic. Now, from your research and from other things that you've gleaned, one of the suggestions is that he had to get those schools of magic from somewhere. Because there wasn't always a god of magic.
He stole transmutation from Lamashtu.
Maybe?
Borrowed? Learned?
Pirated?
No. I wouldn't say learned, because Lamashtu ends the encounter sprawled on the ground.
It was a
Just
very tiring teaching
No, no.
lesson.
Yeah, it starts off with Lamash 2 probably laughing at this mortal man standing before her. And it's like, yeah, come on, kid, you got nothing on me. And ends with Nethys walking away with transmutation.
I was mostly joking about the.
Yeah. No, it would be pretty funny. It's just like, that was a hell of a workout session.
Really tiring.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Same time next week.
But yes, presumably Nethys would have had to have gotten all that power from somewhere.
So clearly we need to find out who he got all the other powers from.
Now,
on a quest to find all the powers.
There's
the question as the GM I have to ask is, do you relay any of this to Vandy?
She's helping me. I just straight up assumed that we've stumbled upon the same thing together.
Alright.
Because so I'm imagining my lore master check here is probably behind the scenes being modified by Vandy and by the library.
A little bit, yes. It's also a question of accessibility to the information that you're after.
Yeah.
Vandy kind of listens to your theory and your conclusion, and she goes, well, I know as a high priest of Sarenrae, there was a time where every now and again the gods have to come together to do things. The imprisonment of Rovagug, for instance. Many of the gods came together at once to imprison him, including Asmodeus himself. Nethys kind of sits in this weird spot within the Pantheon where he's not so much accepted, or they're not so much accepted as they are tolerated. Some tolerate more than others, but there's always just been this general sense of animosity.
So that's why I got bullied at cleric school.
Like, Nethys is this great being of the arcane, and perhaps of the occult as well. But at the same point, in a similar way to Bry, they don't really care about clerics for the most part. Like, an actual proper divine practitioner of Nethys is a rarity. Eliza's the only one I've ever met. Usually, they're wizards such as yourself who have a keen interest in the religious facets of magic.
Hey. Tiberius, the basic bitch.
Eliza, the unique one.
Who was once blessed but is no more.
I mean, she's still
now
blessed.
Is paladin.
But so if Nethys went to Lamashtu and siphoned off, stole, we're not 100% sure yet, took some power, it's entirely possible Nethys did it to the other gods as well. This theory would require evidence, but if we're correct, it seems like the path to his ascension was paved with stolen power.
The answer to the question might not be far off.
And
We're about to head to the archives.
the archives of Nethys themselves?
That's what's in Brightwater, right?
Pretty much. It is a library, is apparently Nethys' library. I've been avoiding calling it the archives of Nethys for obvious reasons, but essentially, it is, according to legend, the archives of Nethys. God.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
wow! About to find out all the information on,
Yes, Eliza's gotten a vision, a quest to visit them. That's why I've been holed up in here for days on days.
I mean, the timing of all this seems too good, though. Does it not? I'm not crazy, am I?
No, you're not. Although, there's lots going on here. There's the Lamashtians, there's the Urgathoans. It seems like all the religious orders are beginning to coincide here. We have the Sarenrae as well.
Well, this is Otari.
yeah, we're not even the city at the center of the world.
Like, look, we're
It's Otari,
city...
but it's a stepping stone from Absalom, the Starstone Cathedral. It could be a place that it holds significant power. There are all the shrines that lie below the city, the town here. I mean,
Well, Atari is old, I will give you that, but... we're mostly inconsequential. Like, why here? At
But-
this point, she's not so much, she seems a little bit frightened. This is a librarian, this isn't a warrior, this isn't a mighty crusader. This is a high priest who is being faced with the idea that they might be at the conflux of some sort of battle between three religious orders.
Not one of the militant Dawnflowers?
No, the Dawnflower Library is specifically non-militant. Because it's largely felt as unnecessary.
Don't worry, everything should be fine. I mean,
Okay.
Sure, you have them, but it's during those times that heroes rise up.
Oh, and are you rising to the occasion, Tiberius?
Well, I suppose I could. Don't see any other heroes doing that much around here. The Pathfinder Society could also do that, but they're kind of just sitting around eating fish.
Yes, as I understand it, they're waiting for the rest of their expedition to arrive. I haven't put much thought into it, to be completely honest. Pathfinder Society comes and goes. They're always looking for something. They're always have some journey in mind, and we're usually just one of their stops on the way.
Yes. There'll be confrontation here, but I believe everything will turn out fine.
Well, I certainly hope so. Anyway, I have some letters to write to the church, to my higher-ups.
And I have, I think I'm late for a meeting in Camelie's Fishery. I think Eliza was trying to flag me down there a little while ago and got frustrated.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, yeah.
Alright, so, the fishery. We're all meeting up there?
Sure.
I mean, Eliza's already there.
I'm
Oh.
here.
I'll head on over. I did a good segue.
That was a good segue, well done. We'll just drag Sniper over again. But, entering the fishery, at this time of the day, it is lively, things are starting to pick up, but more to the point, off to one of the sides, in a table all of their own, is the Pathfinder Expedition. Particularly, three figures stand out from the rest of them. the woman that you have spoken to on previous occasions. Off to one side appears to be somewhat of a warrior of a man, a sword strapped to his back with a spear there as well. He also has a shield off to one side. And a man who is currently standing upon a chair, loudly talking about one of his previous adventures, where he was fighting off a reef shark all by himself, as he was surrounded by evil fisher folk. And that is about where the three of you enter.
Detect lies?
Perception. Unless you're casting the spell Discern Lies.
No. Hey, he could be telling me the truth.
He's definitely telling a tale of some sort. Whether it is true or false, it is the matter of a performance.
Gotcha. So embellished would be the best way of putting it.
Probably embellished. He seems to be a couple of cups into his drink as well.
Fair enough.
But the woman from before kind of sees all of you approaching and kind of ushers you over. And she's like, "Thank God you're here. So, how's the scar?"
Well,
About that.
Word vomit?
yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Word
100%.
vomit's fine. We've been over this a couple of times now.
And audience, if you don't know what happened, well, this is session 18, episode 18. You know, maybe go to our
Book 2?
our VODs on YouTube and look at what actually happened.
Because they are all up to date now as well.
Yeah.
Well, she listens to all of your tale. And she goes, "Well, I mean, that confirms a couple of things on our end. Though it's more than a little concerning that the Lamashans have been so close. But,
Yeah.
these pictograms of yours,
Yes.
you wouldn't happen to have a copy of them, would you? An etching or something?
I can quickly recreate them for you, and I will do so.
Oh, right.
I'll share a bit about my theory. But due to it not being concrete yet, I'm not gonna give them the full laydown.
Well, you
I
start...
kind of say I believe that this is Lash 2. I believe that this is Nethys, right?
Well,
And has
as you kind of start going through your description, the woman kind of pushes up her glasses and her hands start to tremble a little bit. And the warrior that she has off to one side puts a hand on her shoulder and she kind of braces herself as we see her eyes kind of just glaze over. And as she starts to kind of shake and shudder, she just kind of goes very still for a couple of moments before she says, "Soft and twined, the schools were summoned, the ascension path was made, the symbols kept within." And she comes back to her normal self and she goes, "Well, okay, cool.
What was that?
okay. Now I'll just relay everything that I think. I believe that Nethys has been stole schools of magic from the different deities. With that confirms that idea. And those schools, as per the pictogram about the staff, the schools are specifically retained within Nethys' own staff. It is their object of power.
As for what I am, proper
A
introduction.
seer, an oracle.
Yeah, no, I am an oracle of knowledge. My name is Shizo Sana. I am one of the archivists for the Pathfinder Society.
Oh, that explains it.
Yes, people have accused me of cheating in the past, but it's not exactly welcomed. But no, so now the expedition to Brightwater has become altogether more important, I guess. I'm sorry, what do all of you think about this? Because...
Well,
It confirmed all of my theories.
I do plan on asking about all of this when we head to the archives.
I mean, are we going to be meeting Nethys down there? Is that what we're considering here?
At the very least, one of his heralds is there.
Yeah, one of his heralds.
This could be monumentous.
And as such, I don't think that we can really sack the archives for what lies within.
Oh, the plan was never to truly sack the place. God, I hate that word. But
Yes, but I'm mainly meaning that I don't think we'll be able to even lay hands upon the staff. Or even see it, for that matter.
if some of Horace's theories are correct, then Brightwater will still be occupied.
Oh yes.
So it's kind of difficult to sack a place that's still occupied, and I'm.
Oh yes.
just-
Nephthys has all of his librarians still reside there. Yes.
Which is also somewhat terrifying, but
My best guess is that it's the it could perchance be the lich of Nethys's
Liches. Ugh.
yeah followers, and as such, the librarians are probably undead.
well,
Undead librarians. Oh no.
But that's merely a theory that will have to be confirmed or denied. Magic could keep them perfectly fine and handy dandy. You never know.
well,
This is fun that way.
as for, well, that's good. Horace has been so kind as to lend us his boat for this expedition. And the rather boisterous man upon the chair, who is still kind of declaring, takes a moment to breathe and looks over to your group and goes, "Indeed! You will have my boat, and you will have my sharks as well."
You have sharks?
Yes!
Weren't you listening to the story?
He steps down from the chair and kind of leans in close and goes, "Yes, I have 2 sharks of my own devising and own creation that will allow us to go into the depths of the waters. I've used them many times before, but this time I have reworked them. I have put some extra protections and some extra magics into it, and we should be able to delve into the greater depths just beyond Otari and finally find Brightwater and confirm the theories that I've had all along."
And here I thought we were just gonna have to use water breathing spells.
Oh,
And
no,
have
no.
Rich swim us there.
I have used water breathing spells before in my explorations and in trying to find this place, but unfortunately, the spells, the magics have this habit of just leaving as if we hit some sort of anti-magic field, which seems counterintuitive for a place that is supposed to house the archives themselves. I mean, could you
Well,
imagine finding those?
Now here's the thing. It could be double layered, a kind of a small barrier of sorts. So magic doesn't work with it cancels all magic, but once you get to the other side, magic once again exists.
See, that is one of my theories as well. Hence why I have built these mechanical shocks that will allow us to get in there ourselves while also being camouflaged. Also,
Neat.
welcome Roll for Perception. Thank you for the raid, and also thank you for entrusting me with your
Raiders.
people. Hello. I'm currently subjecting my players to a conspiracy theorist and someone who's looking for the sunken city of Brightwater off the coast of Otari itself. But continue, my players.
I believe it was the conspiracy theorist going, sharks, mechanical, let's go.
Yes. He continues and goes, see, I've designed them in such a way as that they should look like sharks to the casual observer, or at least to the underwater or the underwater denizens of the area. Hopefully, that means we should not be interrupted or disturbed by any of the creatures, and because they are mechanical in construction, we should be able to get through any anti-magic field that should be present. I'm not sure what to do about the illusions, but I'm hoping your Azaketi friend might be able to help in that situation. Or at least, hopefully, that's the theory. I have not had much help with Azaketi or the merfolk in the past.
TIberius looks to both Eliza and Sniper to see what their opinions are on the matter, because they have been very opinionated when it comes down to the society in the past.
Well, Eliza seems to be resigned to the fact that they might be necessary, as the fact of the matter is, we do not have mechanical submarine devices.
What, you don't?
No, I don't. I have magical submarine spells.
As I've said before, if you want to go to Brightwater, separate from the Pathfinder Society, you can. But you will have to devise some sort of methodology in order to get there. Me suggesting and presenting the Pathfinder Society as a way to do it is simply my way of doing it. You're the players. If you can think of a clever way around it, by all means.
Just swim really fast through the anti-magic area.
No, you see, it's the perfect plan. We Pirates of the Caribbean this shit.
Oh yeah, we put a boat on our head.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a boat by our fishery now, right? Our home base.
I love how we're just ignoring the fact that that would only work for a very limited portion of time.
Yeah.
Before the air became stale. Although I guess if we just brought the boat with us, and then we were water breathing, and then as soon as we hit the anti-magic field, we boated.
Get it now?
See, you're coming up
but
with
also-
the plan. It's fine.
Also, it's all about the prestidigitation.
You can't use that in an anti-magic field.
But it's before we reach that.
This is as bad as the jailbreak idea, where it's like, we're just gonna teleport to 100 feet above the prison, summon a dragon turtle, and just ride that thing down in.
That sounds like a great jailbreak plan.
That sounds like a perfect plan.
Who
What
thought
are you
of
talking
that? That person sounds brilliant.
My players in the Agents of Edgewatch game thought of that idea. They did not follow through, though.
Gosh darn it,
That
they were
sounds like
brilliant.
a them problem.
God. But yes, this is the Society's plan to do it. They have a boat, like Horace owns his own boat, that is equipped with 2 mechanical sharks, and the idea is that they'll sail as close to the last known position as possible, and then take the 2 mechanical sharks down. And hopefully,
isn't a-
with Ridge operating as a guide, they might be able to fare better than they have in the past.
As a player, have this idea. This would be not something that TIberius would suggest, but we could always just steal the sharks.
Yeah, I'm kind of opposed to thievery at this
Yeah.
moment.
That's why I
that's
said it
just
wouldn't be
you.
something TIberius would suggest either. He's not in for that, but it's there.
Well, what does Sniper think about all this?
Sniper's a little conflicted on the matter. He understands the they understand the value of the society's weight, but also thinks the society is a bunch of fucking nerds.
Wow, such news.
Yeah. Write things down for history, will ya? Catalog this middle finger. I think the plan with taking down the sharks probably our best route here.
Probably.
Look, I don't like the idea of working with the society very much, but
You say
gotta
this
know
when
how
they're
shark
there?
things work.
This is an
Very open.
aside.
This is
no,
a side, okay.
Side.
That's the thing. They've been very open, right in front of the society before, going, "Yeah, we want to get there because we don't want to share loot with them."
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
right next to them, staring them down.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't mind saying it in front of them. I might not like the idea, but you know,
Well,
one
fair
way
enough.
to get down there.
Like I said before, that could be very useful for us.
our original plan was to send 2 teams down, but we're more than happy to work with you on this.
All right.
And I must admit,
Countersan.
our plan is kind of integral to Rich's presence in the whole thing.
So
You know what I'm
were really
hearing?
hoping to recruit Ridge then this whole entire time.
Well, they heard such famous tales.
No, actually, absolutely. It wasn't just Tiberius's reports, it was the exploits and legends that have been reached all the way in Absalom about Ridge himself.
I still don't know. Didn't realize that the professor would share that with you.
The professor should be. See, this is another area of my concern. The professor is supposed to be here already. He's the one we're waiting for, or they're the one we're waiting for.
Wait, Professor's running late.
Yeah, no, they were supposed to
How-
be
how-
here a couple of days ago.
Days. Oh, that's troublesome.
Yeah, no.
Like, 10 minutes is like, yeah, like the professor's not always on time, but by this much,
We were discussing if we hadn't seen the professor arrive within the next day or so, of actually sending out teams to go looking.
So first things first, I'm just gonna take a look around. Is it possible that the professor's here and just fucking around with us? Because
Look,
that's entirely in their purview.
it is entirely possible, but not in this instance. You don't see or sense the professor anywhere around.
Alrighty. As much as I'm chagrined to bring it up, I think that we should head towards Absalom and, like, see if anything's happened along the way. And, like, I'm saying this to my compatriots.
Well, I think that's probably not a bad idea.
Well, if you want to take the western roads, we can take the eastern. They were supposed to be traveling by boat. It's the fastest way to travel.
That sounds fair. It's possible that they've. I don't imagine they've overshot, but it's possible that a wreckage has appeared further down. Yeah, we can head west. Matt subtly saying, "Hey, you're not going towards Epsilon. Fuck off."
Oh no! Look, you take one direction, they'll take the other. Guess where the shipwreck's gonna be?
The one we go on.
Definitely theirs. Well, like, why would we need that plot point?
Statistically speaking, it's a 50-50 shot. So,
Yeah, you
There
know.
is a good
Statistically
chance that we
speaking,
don't
it's
find
100% guarantee we'll see it.
1 in a million shots.
I don't know,
happen
that would
9
sound
times
like-
out of 10.
That would sound like railroading to me. And gosh, I thought this was a sandbox.
It's not railroading if you have 2 options that lead to the same direction.
I feel like because they're
It's
walking in
an
opposite
illusion
directions.
choice.
Illusion of choice in my Pathfinder game? God, Cody was right the entire time. I gotta make a public statement about this.
No, you
Oh,
don't.
man.
You absolutely fucking don't.
The Twitter!
Uh,
No.
and it's funny because I was
Okay, I'm
actually
not,
talking
I'm
with a couple of my 1E players about that literally last week.
Yes. But she does actually seem a little bit relieved at this, and she goes, "Well, that solves one of our issues then, because we were a bit worried that we don't actually have the numbers. But if you want to take the search, one direction, we'll go in the other, and hopefully everything's okay. Hopefully everything's okay."
The current. Is it right to assume that it heads out of the inner sea towards, it heads west? West would be the term I'm looking for.
As someone who's not really up on how currents work, beyond the fact that water comes down from the mountains and then flows into the ocean.
Yeah. So here's the thing. This isn't an ocean per se.
It's a
Yeah.
sea.
It's a sea that flows into an ocean,
Yes.
and the ocean's west.
Yes.
This is essentially the Mediterranean. That's all it is.
Essentially, as I understand it, because the Isle of Kortos kind of stands a little bit out from the Avestan, not Avestan. But yes, it flows into the ocean that leads into the places like the Shackles and the Eye of Abendago.
Yes, the Mediterranean outflow is a current outflowing from the Mediterranean Sea towards the Atlantic Ocean through the Strait of Gibraltar.
And there you go. I failed geography.
So I got a C, so I went to Google. Google tells me shit. So
Yeah,
I
no,
guess
that's
we'll
fine.
take the west. If anything happened, it's most likely that a wreck has appeared that way. Totally the reason why he's going there, and not because he doesn't want to head closer to Absalom.
All right. Well,
That will be a fun plot point when Matt throws it in our road.
well, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But, well, we can start making our preparations for that. Well, we should be ready to go in the morning. If all of you are ready to go in the morning as well, we can go at the same time.
Sounds good. What is the distance from here to Absalom?
From memory, it's about a week's journey. Give or take, depending on your means of transportation. You have mounts. So-
I'm mainly referring to the society here.
But the
Does it
society,
appear that they have mounts moored outside?
they have a couple of mounts, but you get the feeling that they arrive by boat.
Fair.
Any mounts that
Um,
they probably have, their consideration was probably to buy them locally. And Otari really doesn't have that much room for much in the way of mounts. And also, although Absalom has a tendency to overlook the Centaur treaties, Otari is a little bit more stronger hold to it, and as such, do not have much in the way of horses.
Okay.
Mostly, they have axe beaks and terror birds to do a lot of their manual labor. Also, various oxen and donkeys.
Although I
Are
suppose if they were coming by boat, like the society could travel by boat and just watch the shoreline.
we can do that as well.
Well, I mean, the wreck. If there was a wreck, it would be along the shoreline. So
Yes. But no, we can go in one direction and kind of stay off the coast a little bit and hopefully see something.
so by boat, how long would it be? I'm mainly trying to get a deadline for. Hey, yeah, let's meet back here in X days.
About 3 days, you'd reckon, as long as the
Okay,
wind
so
is with you.
Okay, so let's meet back here in a week.
Meet back here in a week, we can do that. If we don't find anything, we'll see you back here. Hopefully we'll find something.
Hopefully,
And
so.
hopefully, the professor is just late.
So we should probably go look.
We should. Yes, for the two of you, the professor is my mentor. Practically taught me everything I know, and was the one that suggested that I go out on this journey.
See, I've only met the professor on 1 or 2 occasions. They don't tend to work with the society too much.
Trust me, you would know if you met them more than once.
Yes, well, each time I have met them, it has been something of an experience.
Trust me, it's still an experience for me.
Well, hopefully we can both find them alive and well and happy. But,
Just hoping.
with that, is there any last-minute preparations people want to do? You have overnight. You already have your mounts.
Rations.
That's right. You're not at
rope-
that level where you're not at the level where it's like we have infinite food now.
Yeah. Oh wait, I got shit ton of rations on me.
Yeah. I'm not too worried.
I
about
can
rations.
purify food and drink.
Yeah. So we don't have to really worry about water.
Yeah. Just drink seawater. It's fine.
We got rope.
I have a lot of rope because I keep
so-
buying it.
Yeah. So pittance.
For climbing.
In case you
Yeah.
need
As
to.
you can see, there's to the west. It's a lot of cliffside.
Yes.
Actually.
Okay.
On both sides, it's a lot of cliffside. So if we're going by mount, we might have to climb down
Okay.
because
We should probably get some climbing things then.
yeah.
Uh,
Hence why I said pittance hammer with the rope.
Climbing kits mostly.
Yeah.
But someone's got assurance in athletics.
someone does.
Climbing's not going to be an issue as long as you have a kit to do it with.
Yeah, but three of the other of us do not.
Just follow the expert.
It'll be fine. It's all good. Currents of the wind of
Yeah.
underwater. Yeah, no, that's accurate.
Follow the expert.
Rations, a climbing kit. Anything else?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything else. Yeah, because Eliza has healing in tow,
Yep.
so that'll help if there's injuries.
I presume I will have gotten like the messenger that my armor's ready for pickup, and I
Yes.
can throw that into my inventory now.
We are currently in downtime. The time is a little bit wiggly. I know we did shopping and it feels like one day, but if you want to have done any other preparations within that point, you can.
So handle animal falls under nature, right?
That is correct. Eliza, I'll drop the armor into your inventory.
Okay.
Because it seems to not
Yeah.
It's just, it's not letting me drop it in because I don't have money.
And
So
that. There you go.
Thank you.
we got 15 gold. Could I get a scouting bird?
A scouting bird.
23 AC.
Yes.
Now I have to change the graphics. Oh my god.
Haha.
Yeah. So
A scouting
I'm just-
bird.
yeah. So like a something that can kind of fly ahead and also help check for shit.
How's your nature? Are you
It's
trained?
+9. Yeah, I'm trained.
Oh well.
If it requires a recall knowledge check, I'm trained. Also, I'm clever improviser allows me to do it untrained.
Oh, I'm actually also trained in nature.
Yeah, I'm trained in.
I picked that up because I think I got a bunch of extra skills for retraining to paladin, because it gives me skills that I'm already proficient in.
Yeah. So it allows you to train
So-
into other skills. But yeah,
Yeah.
no. As long
nature,
as you-
occultism, religion, society. My arcana went up to expert. Crafting's expert.
We live in a society.
Yeah, we do.
We do. But yes, as long as you have nature, if you want to purchase yourself a bird, I think I will have to look that up. How much it's going to cost.
Yeah.
A falcon.
A falcon of some sort of.
I imagine falcon, but I don't know enough about birds to give the exact one. So it was like either an owl or a falcon was my thought process, because they're both really good with eyesight.
Yeah. Some sort of egret or a raptor of some sort. And by raptor, I mean the bird raptor, not the dinosaur.
I mean, arguably, the raptor is a bird. The dinosaur.
Ah.
Arguably, birds are dinosaurs.
Yes.
And by arguably, I mean not at all arguable. They definitely are dinosaurs.
Yes.
I will say, however, that because we are on the Isle of Kortos, dinosaurs are an option as well.
I could get a dinosaur. I want a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
You can't afford it.
Gosh darn it.
I got a discount chocobo.
Discount Chocobo.
What? Is my Terror Bird not a discount chocobo?
It's a Terra Bird. It's not discount
I-
Chocobo. It's a different thing.
Hear me out. I think we should buy an army of combat trained rats. I know that's not a thing in 2E,
It's not.
but in 1E for 1 gold piece, you could buy like 100 combat trained rats, and it was very cool.
Yeah, because they were like a combat trained one was like 1 silver piece. It was-
No, a combat trained one was 2 copper pieces.
Yeah, well there
Because
you
that
go.
normal rat is 1 copper piece.
Yeah.
And you double the price for having a combat train.
You
Something to that
actually
effect.
1.5, but then you round it up because that is the smallest denomination of money.
God.
So you can't pay in 0.5 copper pieces.
This is why I'm glad when they went to 2nd edition, they took away a lot of the math like that.
A lot of like the minutia that really didn't do anything. Right?
I don't know. I liked buying animals. I'm not sure they needed a price for a rat, but then again,
Here's the thing.
somebody's player would have asked for one.
A lot
Pretty
of
much
it
what it comes
was.
down to.
I think a lot of it is the combat trained.
And also
Like if a player's getting an animal, for the most part, either it's either going to be combatant or it's not.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have to worry about. Oh, I want my horse to be able to do stuff in combat, so I got to pay more. Or I have to go through all the whole entire thing to train it.
I think in even in Pathfinder, a riding horse isn't allowed to be used in combat, whereas a war horse is.
Yeah, riding horse. They get a whole bunch of fear checks and they want to run away.
Yeah.
Like
So-
if it gets hit, you're like almost always being dismounted.
pretty much.
I mean, yeah. So realistically, that's the difference between a riding horse and a war horse is you pay a little bit extra
I
to be
don't-
able
I-
to use it in combat.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that looks in 2E.
It's about the same.
Roughly, yeah.
Okay.
But as you're starting to make all these preparations, Horace kind of pulls all of you to a side and goes, "Now, if you're out exploring the coastline, particularly regarding shipwrecks, just remember to be cautious of the Kraken, yes?"
All right.
Thought we were going to slay the Kraken.
What
He
would I
laughs.
need to roll to recall knowledge about the Kraken and whether or not it actually is here?
A society check would probably do that.
Well, I have
Society or
untrained
nature?
improvisation, and nature is much better. Okay,
Yeah.
we're rolling nature. We're gonna get some guidance.
Roll twice, take the better result as Tiberius is helping you.
Okay. Roll. And
Yeah,
then
absolutely.
we
We're rolling for the better.
reroll and keep the better result. For a 16. Hey, that's a multiple of 5.
It's the first multiple of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, as
That
for a
isn't
case,
20.
Krakens in the area around Otari in the inner sea, there have been rumors of it, and there have always been rumors of such creatures. But
All
a
right.
lot of it does come down to the fact that the water, the underwater areas of the world are perhaps the most unexplored frontier in the entire world. What
The
mysteries lie
last
beneath?
frontier.
Yes.
These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Oh, wait, no.
No, not Starfinder. But whether they're true or not is up for conjecture.
I love Starfinder. Are there space krakens in Starfinder? I'm getting distracted.
I mean, if there's flying whales in Pathfinder, there's definitely space krakens.
I know there's space whales in Starfinder.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's probably space krakens. I mean,
Uh,
arguably Cthulhu is a space kraken.
God.
Ah.
As long as they're not like this poor space kraken from the Silver Eagles, I think it is. But that's very much a throwback. But yes, there is a kraken known to haunt these waters, so just be extra cautious, yes? They don't like to give up their playthings. I've had more than one close call with that creature. And he kind of just gazes off into the middle distance.
Alright. Keep that in mind. Also, the answer is I cannot find one based on a cursory Google search. So,
That's
Uh,
sad.
there are normal krakens that are like in ocean planets, but no space krakens. Although
That's
you
dis-
literally could just put the kraken in space
Yeah,
and then, you know.
I don't
The
think
thing is,
anyone
I'm
really
not,
argue.
I'm not imagining just a normal kraken. No, I'm imagining kraken with like a space helmet. That's super campy, but so great.
It's great.
See, the worst part is like a space squid could absolutely just be a player option in Starfinder. I'm pretty sure it
Yeah,
is a
that
player
sounds
option.
about right.
Yeah, I mean,
Starfinder is whack.
And now they bringing out a new book where it's just going to be all about playable alien races.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I did see that
I
float around
can't
Twitter.
wait to get my copy.
And then not play Starfinder because it's hard to
I
find a game.
love Starfinder.
Hey.
I feel that.
Wait, hold on. Matt,
I-
your ass is playing with me in like 3 weeks. We're playing Starfinder.
And we will see
Wait.
whether that happens. I'm down. I've already said it.
Don't fucking say that. I'm me. I'm a god. Everyone should fucking love to come play with me.
I'd love to come play with
I'm
you.
sorry. I mean, hey, Indianapolis. I'll be there.
That is far away.
That is. So
I
I
don't know.
suggest driving now, and then you'll
I
meet me
don't
there.
have a car, so
If you start
Take a
walking
plane.
now,
If you start walking now,
In about 3
you'll get there
months.
by the time I'm gone. I'm sorry.
if I
I
start
forgot.
walking
We had-
now, I won't make it. I wouldn't make it across the Rockies.
But any other preparations we want to make, or is that about it?
That's about it for me.
yeah, that's about it. We'll figure out the bird situation.
The bird situation? Yeah. I think it won't be any more than like 5 gold pieces or something like that. I think even that will be a little bit too expensive because you're not talking like a magically enchanted bird. It's just a bird
A
that's been
well-trained bird.
Yes. So 5 would be about the absolute maximum I would suggest for that one.
Cool.
But we'll see if I can figure that out.
Yeah.
All right.
I know. Sean tossed in an idea.
Yep.
Into
A
the chat.
recommendation.
Yeah.
Shall we begin heading? Select our tokens and click on something.
Well, no, because considering it's about 11:20 now, I might close out the
Oh.
session there.
Is this the end of the session?
Yes, no, it's going to be the end of the session. I did have a kind of combat encounter throw in, but we did a lot of role playing today, which was great, and we got some extra information and some views into the past, into the legends that are following us around. But
And
before
fun.
we close out, I do want to ask, how is everyone's characters feeling about everything that's been revealed?
Excited, worried, excited.
Bummed that we have to spend time with the Pathfinder Society.
Okay.
There's so much hate on them.
I don't
Nerds.
understand it.
You know what's gonna be really funny is if, like, after I get home from, they announce a book at PaizoCon and just like, now coming, Lost Omens, Pathfinder Society.
It already exists.
No, that's the society. No, that's the society guide. But I mean, like, more.
Just
'Cause you have the
more
logic.
Pathfinder Society stuff.
Yeah.
Ah, God.
Okay.
But no, how is Sniper feeling about all this? Because it's not just, the whole thing with Nethys going on, it's everything going on with Lamashu and Urgathoa.
Yeah, I think right now Sniper's actually more curious about how the undead is playing with all this. Like, I think that's what they're trying to understand, at least, is kind of the why do they keep, like, obviously there's the James knows as a player, like, because your character is good at killing undead. Yeah, I think Sniper themselves are more curious about this dragon identity, like the full extent of their power. Because if they can burn down this place and cause somebody to like spontaneously combust, like
With just one action.
with just one action.
It's almost like they're a
Um,
high-level creature, and it was just the
Ah.
first-level commoner.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was the counter.
I'm glad he didn't use incinerate on
Yeah. Eliza,
Eliza.
because you went unconscious from a claw attack, you must now make a fort save or die.
God. No, nothing that much. But yeah, so Sniper's kind of just more curious about the threat of a dragon.
Not only really the threat of a dragon, but more so the scaled power of, because a dragon's never operational alone, or they have to be very old and very powerful for that to be the case. But even those have followers. So it's more not only worry about the dragon, but how many more players are associated with this that we don't know about yet, like the potential threats. Because I doubt it's just gonna be this like 3 dragonkin motherfucker.
So Sniper thinks that there might be something bigger at play here?
Yeah, I don't think Sniper's gonna really see this from the religious aspects that, clearly is being taken place. Because this is just gods being, gods. However, dragons are a little bit more of an imminent threat.
Yes. Gods have this tendency to be kind of ethereal and out there, and it's like, okay, so the god crazies are doing what they do with the fighting, whereas dragons
Gods
exist.
sit back. Yeah. No, gods sit back and let others do their work, and if that fails, then they step in. But dragons will act on their own, and are more deadly in Sniper's eyes, at least.
And also tend to be territorial,
They are.
which is also more of a threat. And Tiberius is excited and anxious and all those other things.
Yeah, lots of conflict. Excited to learn some shit. Worried about the professor. A bit anxious about what could happen there. And then, once again, excited for, knowledge.
More knowledge. Knowledge is power.
Yeah, knowledge is also very dangerous.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Eliza is ready to finally walk into the ocean because she's got this urge to walk into the ocean for the past week and a half in game. I don't know, probably more than that.
I know we had a week of downtime just in the our base alone, and you had your vision the first day, then a week traveling to the Scar and back.
It's been at least 2 or 3 weeks?
2 or 3 weeks. Eliza has been wanting to jump into the ocean for 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, and that whole feeling that comes with it. And also apparently pretty bummed out about having to work with the Pathfinder Society.
Yeah, because she's they don't understand the divine nature, the divine glory of it. They're just they're just vultures going for the physical knowledge, They're not appreciating the divinity.
Yes, and there is a lot of divinity at play here. And particularly for you, I mean, they're talking a lot of stuff about Nephis that they have theories, but nothing is ascertained or certain.
Yeah.
And now as a champion of Nephis, not just a cleric,
Also a champion.
but with that,
A blessed one in a slightly different way.
a little bit more bulletproof, one
Yeah.
could say. But with that, I will close this session out there, where next week we'll be going on a grand journey to find the professor. I have an idea of what we're going to be doing for that, but I need to look at a adventure a friend of mine wrote. But otherwise, if you want to see what happens next, you will have to join us at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. We will be continuing our troubles menacing Otari. Until then, however, this has been Tabletop Obscura, presenting Pathfinder 2nd Edition by Paizo Publishing, powered by Foundry VTT, with music by Tabletopy. I hope you have a good day, a good night, a good week, no matter where you are in the world. And remember, we are the storytellers. Goodbye.
Bye.
There we go. See us all later. We're probably going to raid someone, but I will do that off stream probably. So, see us later. Bye.